conversation, never on the blocks.
Meet me by the bar.
Bars open.
Bars open.
Bars open.
Meet me by the bar.
Straight up, no chasing.
Open bar.
Welcome to Open Board Podcast, with a conversation never on the rocks, but it's straight up no chase. I'm your boy C4. We back with another episode. Today we have a special guest. His name is Prfssr. I'm gonna let him introduce himself though. This is your camera right here, my guy. Yeah, right here.
Alright.
I should have told you that before we started, but you know, this is unscripted, but yeah, this is your camera right here.
Yeah, alright. What's good, y'all? I'm Miki, aka the Prfssr. I'm a DJ, musician, scholar, overall vibe, you know. Happy to be here.
That's dope, man.
Yes, sir.
So look, the thing with this is we have he's not an LA native, but he's a business man. So this is what we talk about on Open Bar Podcast. We get to the nitty gritty with people that's excelling in what they're doing and trying to make a difference in their life and bringing people along with them. So tell the people where you're from.
Yeah, so I'm originally from the west suburbs of Chicago, the son of Nigerian immigrants, Igbo immigrants specifically, Imo State, a southeast region of Nigeria. So yeah, I grew up with mainly my mom, my three sisters. I'm the second of four.
Okay.
Yeah, was in that area my whole life. Apart from a year,
Chi-Town.
yeah, Shoutout, Chi City. I spent a year in Nigeria though, my freshman year of high school, between 14 and 15 years old.
Oh, that's a blessing to get the dynamics of
Yeah, you know, just connect with my people. That that's my home.
Right,
Pretty good.
right.
So, but yeah, then end up attending Northwestern University for undergrad. Studied music there. I was a classical voice major.
Okay.
So yeah, did the opera thing and everything.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah,
That's different.
yeah. I was kind of like my in, just for like music in general. Because when I first got to Northwestern, I was a pre-med student.
So you were going for like to be a doctor or?
Yeah. At least I thought I wanted to be a doctor, but that's kind of like every Nigerian parent's dream: doctor, engineer. You already know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, like music had like taken like a hold of me, and my music background really, I've been doing music my entire life. I started singing when I was like 3-4 years old, playing different instruments growing up, piano, trumpet in school.
You got that.
Yeah, the whole range.
I got some questions for your ass. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, do this spill.
Played drums as well a little bit
Okay.
in church, sang in church choir, and yeah, I always had a good ear like for music, for harmonies and everything.
Yeah.
But it didn't really become a passion until after I came back from Nigeria. So like, I don't know exactly what it was, but like the high school I went to was like very, I won't say like artsy overall, but like the people who are into the arts, like music and acting, like it was like a big thing for them.
They took it serious.
Yeah, very seriously.
Right.
So I became close to a lot of them, and then I guess like through that avenue, I just became more curious about the music that I was engaging with. So like I started to like study the songs that I listened to. I started to expand like my palette for music. So like I started listening to classical music and jazz, along with like the hip hop, the gospel, the high life, the Igbo high life that I grew up listening to, just like dissecting it, like to the nitty gritty, and internalizing it. So,
Not to cut you off. What year was that?
that was, so I came back from Nigeria late 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
So now, what we see now is everybody migrating to that sound, like the African beats and the things like that, which is dope.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that was a good genre to be into.
Yeah, and like really, like when I was in Nigeria was kind of like the first point that Afro beats started to go beyond like the region of Nigeria, West Africa.
Gotcha.
I mean, it started becoming big more so like in Europe and like the UK, London.
Oh, okay. So it didn't start in the motherland; it started in the UK.
Well, no, it started in the motherland, but I'm saying like it first got exported towards Europe.
Okay.
Like it didn't really catch on too much like in the States until I want to say like later on in high school, like 2014ish.
Okay.
That's when I started to like kind of hear it a little bit more. But again, I was in high school and like I wasn't really going out that much anyway, so it's kind of hard to say how much it was really becoming like a mainstay in the States.
Right.
Of course, like further on when I got to college, you know, started being more social and like communing with like more black people. Because I mean, the suburbs I grew up in, I didn't know black people like that.
What are you talking about, Chicago?
Yeah, in Chicago.
Okay.
Like I was like, I wasn't too deep in the suburbs, but like the area I was in, it was.
So was it more so of like a culture shock for you to grow in the suburbs, and then move to Nigeria to get that?
Absolutely, 100%.
How did you feel going to? Because a lot of people, we talk about going back to the motherland or whatnot, and not saying whatnot because it's dope. You know what I'm saying? I love black people. So
Right.
to go back versus being around the suburbs, how much adjusting you had to do for that? Like that's because if I was to leave LA right now and go to Nigeria or Congo or something like that, I don't know what I would do. How did you adjust to that? Like how was it? How was that?
It was so overwhelming. Like, cause I mean, I knew other like Nigerians like in the area I grew up in, mainly from church.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
my parents like involvement in different like
I got
social
some
clubs
questions.
and all that. But like, I still remember like when I first got off the flight, so like the flight was like from Chicago to Luxembourg, from Luxembourg to Abuja, and then from Abuja to Port Harcourt, which is like closer to the region where I stayed in.
Okay.
So I remember getting off the flight and just
I remember getting on that flight too. It was a few flights.
it was a lot of flights, a lot of back and forth.
Jesus.
But yeah, when I first got off the flight and like actually like touched my feet in Nigeria, just the humidity was just like, oh my goodness. And we got in like pretty late. It was like close to midnight.
It
So
still was hot.
oh yeah, still like 80 something degrees. So slept in at the
It was like, welcome home.
welcome home, right?
Welcome home.
And then yeah, we stayed in the airport hotel
Okay.
with one of my uncles like for the night. And the very next morning, got in the van, and then it was like a 3-hour drive from Port Harcourt to Owerri in Imo State, which is like Imo State is like where my family's from on both sides, but it's like my auntie who I ended up staying with, like she
Okay.
was staying in Owerri. So yeah, just to drive and seeing all the street hawkers and like the clay roads and everything, and it's just like it's just nothing that I could have imagined. Like apart from the photos that I seen, like
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
You know
but-
they're gonna depict that to be the lowest of the low, but then when you get out there, it's like, hell no, y'all got skyscrapers like we got skyscrapers.
it was beautiful, and
Yeah.
it was just different. And then obviously when we finally got to my auntie's place and everyone was waiting for us, like I the only extended family that I knew before living there was my late grandmother, because she stayed with us, for most of my childhood on my mom's side. But yeah, everyone else is just, I might have spoken to one or two of my uncles or aunts like over the phone, but like seeing them in person.
They're like,
and
yeah,
then-
you coming, right? You on your way, right?
yeah, it's just waiting, man. So yeah,
I think that's so dope. I'm like excited to even talk about that topic, not even talking about the business portion, because we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Just that energy to be going back to something like, how did it feel? Do you remember how it felt?
Like parts of me doesn't remember how like that initial portion felt. But I just know there was just like, it was just like a lot of joy like in it. I mean, like I know initially my mom told us, oh, we taking you out to Nigeria, and like I remember I just finished middle school.
So that's what I wanted to get to. Like how did that conversation go to where it was like you're Chicagoan,
right,
and then it's like, hey, guess what? You're going to Nigeria, my boy.
nigga, no, I'm not. What are you talking about?
Right.
But again, I'm just like a 14-year-old kid, and I'm not
Man.
gonna go tell my mom.
That's
oh, no, I'm not
that's
gonna.
when like my son, he 15.
Yeah.
But that's when they, you get into that mode of what's up? Like
Right.
you already Chicagoing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
Chi-Town King right now. You go back to Nigeria, it's like that story is like crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just
That should be a movie, man. That's dope.
hey, we can make it.
That's
happen.
like coming to America, but it's like reverse.
Reverse. Literally. And I mean, honestly, the biggest thing about my stay in Nigeria was, I was in school out there. I went to a boarding school.
Okay.
Like Catholic, all guys boarding school. All my sisters, and I have 3 sisters. Again,
Mm-hmm.
they were at a different like private boarding school for all girls. So I think that was the biggest trip because it was the first time. Because me and my sisters were all close in age.
Gotcha.
Like, within a year, 2 years, like between each other. So this was the first time that I was really like on my own.
Right.
Like school-wise, boarding school. Again, I've never been there. I don't know these niggas I'm going to school with. They don't know me. They see it the way I'm talking.
They like, hey,
right where we want
hey,
them.
check in for the lunch money. Let's get it.
Literally.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah.
crazy how that like intertwined. Like, it's like that in LA too. Like, you from where? You about to get your ass.
Yeah.
That's
So,
crazy, man.
Yeah. So it was just like, a lot of adjusting, like even just like the way I talk. Not even just picking up the accent, but like pidgin English or broken English.
Pidgin English?
Yeah, pidgin. It's like, it's like broken English. Like, it's like.
It's like. Nah, I'm not gonna say gibberish.
No, not gibberish. Like
It's
there are
like-
like certain words that like you'll pick up as it's like a certain way of like phrasing like English terms that isn't like proper,
Right.
quote unquote.
Right.
So like if you want to say like, for example, like, oh, how you doing? You say how far?
How far?
Yeah, how far?
Okay.
And it's like you say respond. Oh, I did. Like I'm good.
I did.
Yeah, like that's.
I think
kinda
that's
stuff.
dope, man. What the hell?
Yeah. So I had to
That's
pick up
dope.
on all that.
The reason why I'm so excited is because I did the ancestry and I learned, like, I seen my my bloodline.
Yeah.
So it's like mostly Congo,
Oh, okay. Word.
Nigerian and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it's like to hear to have this conversation with you about that. I'm like, it's so many stories I've heard. So it's like I got so many questions, but I want to try to keep it, you know what I mean?
Right.
To a minimum. But I think it's dope that you experience that, to go back and do school and learn, you know what I'm saying, your culture and stuff. Like your mom's did her big one on that one. Shout out to moms.
Absolutely. Sure.
So yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, let me get you back to the story, but yeah. So
I mean, yeah, so it's just like 1 year, and really the only thing I had going for me was I was smarter than everybody else.
how so? Like, because of the learning in the U.S. versus.
I mean, maybe that like part helped me, but I've always been a smart kid.
Okay.
I've always just
So it wasn't the U.S. It was just because you was smart.
I was that nigga.
I got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
So
It's the glasses, y'all.
like it's
It's the glasses. Yeah.
yeah, cause like up until because it wasn't a very like big like school that I went to like within like my class there were like 97 of us
Okay.
like in my like grade, and they did this whole thing where like like after like final exams like they rank you in position.
Right.
So and it was 3 terms. So I remember like I was like there was this one dude in my class who he was like me, like he moved out to Nigeria like from
Okay.
Minnesota like a few years before me, but
Gotcha.
he'd gotten more acclimated. So
Yeah.
he was trying to like show me around the ropes of like this and that. And when it came down to the academic stuff, he's like, yeah, man, like, when I first like did the exams and everything, like I was lucky to see maybe top 20 like position and everything. That first term, I was number 2. I was number 2 in class.
Dope. Was it on the language? Was it on what type of curriculum was it?
Yeah, there was like math, sciences,
Okay.
English language, Igbo language, which was, I mean,
That's probably what was the downfall a little bit. 'cause you
oh
just got out
yeah,
there.
because like I heard my parents like speak Igbo growing up, but I never like picked it up.
Gotcha.
But even like Igbo language, like within academia, like there are a lot of dudes who didn't even know how to read Igbo, like so, it's a whole different thing.
Sick.
But yeah, just like there were a lot of like courses that we had to take.
Was the
like,
math the same there as here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the most part.
So
yeah.
math is math wherever you go.
Yeah, and I'm really good with numbers.
Got you. So
yeah.
math is math.
Math is math.
Only the language is different.
Yeah, language, history, social sciences, like
That's-
like different.
That's dope, man.
So
That's sick.
mhm.
Shout out to moms, man. Shout out for being able to do that though,
yeah,
because it's being African American in the U.S. like I don't have nothing to go back to.
right.
So my mom's they're Mississippi, you know what I'm saying? So to be able to go to another country and learn that way of life is a blessing.
Yeah,
So I think that's dope.
yeah. And to really be there, because I knew early on that I was a Nigerian kid.
Right.
Like early on.
Of course,
I mean,
your parents is heavy in it. They probably
exactly.
Did they throw shoes at you? Because that's like a thing, ain't it?
The shoes not leaving their hand. You
Man, oh yeah.
know, you find the stick outside. You got the belt. Like, what do you want?
My grandmother used to be like, "Go pick that tree up. The switch off the tree."
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother used to be heavy, boy.
Oh yeah. Even in Nigeria, like the discipline, like they had them long canes that they sharpen.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Bro, I thank God every day I avoided that because like they were.
So you was like a good kid.
Yeah, I was a good kid.
Okay.
Yeah. Like,
So what year when did you come back and what did you get what age and what did you get into from there?
yeah, so I came back like late September 2012. I was 15 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then
So 1 year.
Yeah, really just like a year, 14 months specifically, and then I entered into my sophomore year of high school.
So was that another culture shock?
Yes, bro.
So you had two?
Yeah, it was culture
That's-
shock back to culture shock. Like
That's
that's
jacked
something. No, bro, that's something that I actually don't get to talk enough about.
Yo.
'Cause obviously, going to like another country,
Yeah.
like, you know, on the other side of the world, that's one thing. But then to come back after like getting acclimated
Dude.
to that.
I think that's like to even think about how that would be to grasp it. I think that's a blessing.
Yeah.
Like for real, to be like, I got family here and I went there for a year or two. I learned the culture and I came back here and in the culture and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
To be able to do that is dope. So
Yeah.
let's talk about that culture shock right there. Back into the U.S. and what grade were you in?
I was a sophomore in high school.
Sophomore. Okay.
Yeah. So, and yeah, that was a trippy thing because like the high school that I went back to was a high school I was gonna end up going to anyway.
Right.
So like I knew like a lot of people like from middle school filtered into the high school.
Got you. They like, oh, you back, my boy? What's up, my guy?
Yeah,
What's up, my
what's
nigga?
up? Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there was no my niggas because there was no niggas.
Oh shit. Okay.
I mean, because you know, the grade school, middle school, like it was diverse-ish. I mean, I was still token black, but like, you know, I had like my Asian friends and like my Eastern friends, and like it was like more of a mixed pot.
Right.
High school, that got even more watered down. Like high school I went to was like 90% white.
Got you.
So
In Chicago?
yeah, Chicago suburbs. Hinsdale Central was like the high school I went to.
Got you.
So yeah, I mean, definitely like a really good.
So your
public high school.
moms did her 1-2. It's like, yeah, we around all these people.
Mm-hmm.
But I need you to go ahead and put these people to make sure you understand who your people is.
For real, actually.
That's crazy. She knew
Yeah.
what she was doing.
She knew. My mom always knows.
That's lit.
Yeah. So yeah, and then like coming back, and then because I'm like a new student from like a third world country or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like
Some of people's like looking at you like, man, what the hell? Like, what
Right,
we got
yeah,
an
like-
intern student. What the fuck?
even like where they placed me academically, like I'm just like, I'm not supposed to be here. I was an honor student like my entire life.
Right.
And then I come back, and then they're just like, "Oh, we don't know if this curriculum
She
is going
put
to
you
be."
through the motherfucking shambles.
Bruh.
Shout out to moms, man, for making it hard. You hear me?
Yeah, bro.
Ain't nothing easy. She did her one too.
Hey, bro. I mean, this life overall.
It's
can't be-
hard.
it's
It ain't
hard.
nothing easy about it. So that was dope. Do you so now going there for a year? Do you understand the language there? More so, like
I'd say yeah. I understand like definitely like Pidgin. I understand more. Even Igbo. Like I picked up like more of it like while I was out there.
that's dope.
I mean, we'll fast forward a little bit, but like even being out here in LA, there's a huge Igbo community.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
And just being around them a lot, I've definitely like picked up. So yeah, just being around that more.
That's dope.
Definitely appreciate it more and learn more.
That's sick.
Yeah.
So you get back, boom, and then you get back into high school. What was your thing when you got back? Because we talked about it a little bit, but I want to make sure that our audience know exactly what, you know what I'm saying, the business is when it comes to what you got into.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I came back for high school and like, I mean, my thing wasn't like the arts yet, but it was bubbling up. Like the people that I started to meet and hang out with, apart from the people I already knew, like they were in drama club, they were in choir, in band, a cappella.
Acapella is something?
Oh yeah, a cappella.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm learning something new. I'm learning new shit today.
Yeah, like a cappella groups. You know.
So like Boys and Men, like do
Yes.
that I do
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
do like the using the voice as an instrument. That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Got you.
Yeah,
I'm not stupid. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's not Boyz II Men though. That's Shy.
No, that's Boys to. That's Boys to.
No, that's
No.
not Boyz II Men.
The very first time that I
That's
sing.
not
Who
Boyz
is
II Men.
that?
That's Shy.
Are you serious?
Do we have a fact checker? Like that's definitely not Boyz II Men.
That's not Boys to Men.
I studied Boyz II Men. Boyz II Men never sang that song.
Said hello and I said hi. And if I yeah. Okay, fuck it. We gon' whatever. Okay, my
We can
bad.
tell them we want,
My
you
bad.
know,
My
but-
bad. You know what I mean, though.
I know what you. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It's the same concept. Acapella.
That's a dupe for me. Go ahead, bro. But no, that's what it is. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's what it is.
I
and
fucked up.
so- But yeah, I think that was kind of like my first like.
That's Shy.
Shy?
Yeah, it's Shy.
Ah, Shy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
But Boys and Men did it too.
Oh yeah, Boyz II Men. Yeah.
All right, I just had the wrong song.
Yeah, they were probably the best at it.
Got you.
But no, but acapella specifically, that was kind of like my first like venture into being, I'm really about this music shit.
Got you.
Because I joined the acapella group the following year, my junior year, after I kind of already knew all the guys who were involved in it. And then I remember my first day at rehearsal, the director, who was also like the choir director, you know, she had me come into like the piano room and like check my range and everything. She's like, oh wow, like you have good tone and like you have a very like broad range and everything. So like she kind of like put me like where I fit in. But
Right. She gauged you up.
And I was just a natural at like picking like notes up and harmonies and everything. Again, like I grew up with that musical ear.
Right.
Yeah, to the point where like she was like, we just like, yo, do you want to like, you should like be in choir like whole time. And choir was like a course that you had to take like in high school. And at that point, I gotten back on track with like all the academic stuff. So like my schedule was stacked. And then I grew up playing sports too. I was mainly like come from a basketball family. Like,
Of course, you like 6'6". No, I'm just playing. All of it. That's a cliche.
I mean, no, but like my mom played basketball in Nigeria.
Dope.
Yeah. Her entire side of the family is like 5'10" and up.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, even my sister is like my older sister and my younger sister, because I have two younger sisters, like they both played ball. And then
How tall are they?
My older sister is like 5'10".
Oh yeah.
My middle sister, she's the shortest of us now. She's like 5'8".
Dang. Okay.
and
I'm
then
like
my-
5'8", so.
5'8" or 5'9" maybe. But my younger sister, she's as tall as me.
Got you.
Yeah. So yeah, you're a tall family. Again, all from my mom's side. My dad's like 5'5".
Okay.
So,
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
but yeah, so like I was like trying to, I guess like figure out a balance of like academics and like sports, but then also like this artistic side that's
Right.
starting to bubble up. And it was so funny because around that time I started working out too. So like I was in weightlifting also as a class and started like, you know, getting like my reps up and everything. Did that consistently to the point where like my gym coach, who was one of the football coaches, he's like, oh, like, do you want to like play football into my senior year? I'm just like, I mean, it's a possibility, like maybe. But then the end of my junior year, I ended up auditioning for a play, just like off rip. And then that kind of like shifted everything, for real.
So like, so you have musical background, and now we going into like screen
That's more stage.
stage.
Yeah, and I did do musical theater, like for a lot of grade school.
Gotcha.
Yeah, my mom signed me and my sisters up for like this Saturday musical theater arts class. So yeah, it was a lot of singing, dancing, acting. So like I had that foundation.
Got you.
But it was just like something I just kind of did,
Right.
you know,
Right.
especially because a lot of my close friends growing up, they weren't heavy into that. So like there was even a point where I stopped doing that so I could play basketball. Like in
How did
middle
you
school.
how did you balance your friendships when it came to like your hobbies?
So
Because it sounds like you're here with it.
yeah.
How did you balance your friendships? Were they into the same things, or was it more so like, oh, you going here? Oh, okay, cool. Or
I think
high school wise, like, how did that work?
yeah, high school wise, and I mean, less so middle school, but also like even middle school. I think it was just like a proximity thing.
Okay.
Like
Whoever was,
yeah, whoever I was around, like whoever was down the
So
street,
you'd have
around
like
the block.
the close. Yeah, I'm with
The
I'm-
neighborhood
yeah.
kid, yeah.
I had that too.
So-
I had that too.
Yeah,
I had
so-
I had the basketball friend, and I had the football friends, and then I had the producer and rapper friends, and it's just like whoever. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I think it became a little more complicated in high school because, like, high school is when everything becomes like extra clicky. Like you have
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
have
you
drama
got-
nerds,
yeah.
you have the jocks, you have
Yeah.
like
you got
know,
the
science
emos
nerds,
and the
all that.
Yeah.
I hung out with everybody.
Right. That was me.
Yeah, right.
That
I
was
was
me.
bouncing around, like
was
going
me.
to this person's house, going to that person's house. They didn't know each other, but I knew them
Right.
and the others and all that.
Yep.
So, and
I knew all the wrestlers. I knew all the volleyball players. I knew all the basketball players, the soccer players, the football players,
Yeah.
and so on. Yeah. So
Exactly.
yeah.
So, yeah. So again, yeah, I was just like, it wasn't really an issue for me. Like I was just like, listen, I'm like new-ish here, especially in
Yeah.
this environment. I'm just trying to connect and see.
Right. Dope.
where I fit
Networking.
in. Right.
That's all high school is networking. Like you gotta. It's not about what you know. It's who you know.
Who you know? Mhm.
That's where you learn that at, because
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
where you
people
start
be
to
doing
learn
different stuff. Like you feel me?
Right.
So high school, we get it. We got into. When did you decide that you want to get into your profession? Because people don't know. What do you do? What is your major?
My undergrad major, when I was at Northwestern, that's where I ended up attending.
We skipping ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we skipping ahead. It's all
skipping ahead,
good. It's
skipping
all
ahead,
good.
skipping
But
ahead.
I ended up studying music. I got a bachelor of arts in music.
Full circle. Full circle.
Yeah,
We here with it again.
you know.
Music.
Yeah, I started as a pre-med student because, I mean, like I was like into the sciences and again like very like good with math, and I don't know, it was.
It's kind of like
Nigerian
second
kid.
nature.
Yeah, second nature. It's like, oh,
Second nature.
medicine. I'm gonna be a
Yeah,
doctor.
yeah.
All that,
Right.
but it's just like I'm like my freshman year. I knew early on I was not gonna be a doctor.
So you knew that, but you continued it. Like, you was
Like that
"I'm gonna
first
keep going,
year,
I'm
I'm
gonna
just like,
keep doing
let's
this shit."
see how far this goes. But I took what was it? I took a religion class, like dealing with medicine, and a lot of the topics like we talked about, and then
You got a
even
whole melting pot of shit that you've done.
right,
Dope.
so many things.
So many things.
Yeah, and then a lot of discussions we had, and then me doing my own research on what the medical field and industry looks like. It just run me off. And
That's
then-
how you learn. That's how you determine who you are. 'Cause sometimes when you get put in a position to where certain people are doing certain stuff, and it's like it doesn't. It's not yoking the right way.
Yeah,
So I feel you on that one for sure.
yeah.
So because yeah.
So, and then at that point, like, the music bug, like, got me completely. So, while I'm doing these pre-med courses, like, I'm in choir, I'm meeting everyone I can in the music school, like, becoming close friends with them, like, and to the point, like...
Networking.
Networking.
Shout out to networking.
Always networking. Like, to the point where, like, one of my, like, voice major friends, she's like, yo, if you really want to, you can just, like, switch to music school. I'm like, I can do that?
Oh, she put you on game. She gave you some juice.
Right? Give me the juice, bro.
She gave you the juice. Like, yeah,
like-
you can come up over here if you want to. Come to Death Row. Come on over here to Death Row.
Like, I even, like, went to the administration's office, like, in the music school, like, to talk to someone about it.
Yeah,
like,
go
okay,
to
what's-
your counselor. Like, hey man,
like,
look,
what's
check
the
this out,
process?
player.
Like,
what we need to
what
do.
we looking like? It's like, okay, yeah, you just, do an audition, and then, like, we transfer you in. I'm
Dope,
like,
dope.
Oh,
Easy,
man.
easy peasy.
easy peasy, yeah. The hardest part was telling my mom.
Oh shit. You can't tell them nothing. Look,
Listen, bro.
hey,
Like, no, me and my
how did she
mom-
take that?
Oh, she begged me not to do it.
Man, when you listen, I've dated a Nigerian woman,
Yeah.
and when when y'all parents are set on something, it's like, what are you doing? No,
Yes.
no,
Literally, yeah, it was no.
no, do this.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. And I love my mom, like, to death. Like, that's my heart, that's my game.
it's your dog.
And like a lot of like what I did growing up was like to make sure that I'm making her proud and everything.
Right, absolutely.
But this was like a really like big point in my life where I'm like, okay, I need to do this for me.
Right,
I'm
Yeah.
19. I don't
Right.
even know who me is.
Right, right,
But like
right, right,
I'm
right.
starting to realize, okay, this is like my passion. This
Yeah.
is what's instilled in my heart, and like I still like want to like make you proud and like help you in the long run.
I
you
want to be
know?
happy too, ma.
Exactly. Yeah, right. And
Son gotta have a life too, ma. Son gotta have a life too, ma.
yeah, so,
Not mom gotta have a life, but son gotta have a life too, ma.
you know. So yeah,
That's crazy.
It was really like that was like a big turning point like in my life and even our relationship, like the way it developed.
Did it get bad or did it get good?
I think it became like a big roller coaster thing.
Oh,
You
she
know?
was like, shout out to moms for giving you the blues. Those obstacles is what shape you, like people, like
Yeah.
good people. Like if you're gonna do something and you're changing from what you've already been doing, I'm gonna question you at every turn because I need you to understand what you're doing as a kid. You're still 19, you still think you know what you want. Like I'm gonna question, like, hey, like not off subject. My son wanted to play football. He said, I need these cleats. I bought the cleats. And now he's saying he doesn't want to play football. So now, whatever you want to do, I'm going to question you because I want to make sure that whatever you wanted to do at that time wasn't just a fluke. And what you want to do now is not just a fluke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to moms for that too, though.
Yeah.
Giving you the blues.
Oh yeah. She impressed me, but like I knew, like I had to do music. I just
Right.
It's just like it was a spiritual thing. Like even like I played.
You felt
by
that
it.
energy. It was like,
Right.
man, I got to do this. What part of music was you more so into?
I was really into like the singing, songwriting at that
Gotcha.
point.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah, especially singing, because again, like singing was like the first thing I knew how to do.
Yeah, so the lady told you that you know what I'm saying, you got the notes.
Mhm.
She was like, oh yeah, I'm about to take this to the top.
Going to
Take to the top.
Why not? Yeah.
So what did you do with the music portion, like that?
So like, end of freshman year.
And we skipping along, not skipping on purpose. You know?
Oh,
What
no,
I'm saying?
no, not
not
at
skipping
all.
on purpose. This is a conversation. I'm like curious
Yeah.
now. I'm deep in. I'm 10 toes down
All the way.
in this shit. Like you got an interesting story and it's dope. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, so I mean, like end of freshman year, audition, getting into the voice program, the
Right.
classical voice program, and at that point, like that summer, was when, like I was in church choir, like back at home.
Mhm.
So I was like talking to, like our music director about like me like going to music school and like, and then something about songwriting came into conversation, and then he's like, "Yo, we need to like buy like a notebook and like start writing." Like if that's something that interests you.
he tricked you.
Oh yeah.
Not just playing. The industry is sneaky as hell, boy.
So yeah, I bought like one of them like composition notebooks.
Yeah, the black and white ones.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Well,
absolutely.
It was a red cover.
Oh, okay, cool. That's too.
But yeah, and then like, you know, as soon as I like got like, you know, passed through the my orientation and everything and like all that, I'll be in the practice rooms, writing, like playing around and then writing, and then I had to take I took piano lessons like back when I was like younger, like,
Right.
9-10 years old,
Right,
but
right,
only for
right.
like 6 months.
So you had it already.
Yeah, I had the foundation, but we had to like all the first year music students had to like take keyboard like lessons again. So I went through that process.
You already knew what was up.
Yeah, I knew like what was up.
Excelled.
And, right. And then that kind of helped me like with my foundation like for songwriting. It's like, okay, I want to like I have a melody. What are the chords that go under this melody?
Gotcha.
I write all that down, chart it off. Music theory really formalized like what I was hearing like with my ears. So it became compositions.
So you was more so a composer.
Oh yeah,
Composer,
definitely
yeah.
a composer. Yeah, but eventually I got a little into producing as well,
Okay.
which starts with GarageBand,
Yeah.
of course.
Definitely. Well, no, I started with Fruity Loops. But go ahead.
Fruity Loops as well. Shout out Fruity Loops. No hate.
Fruity Loops had me on point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Just,
So, just off subject, what was one of your songs, like your most memorable songs that you wrote that you know? Like one of those ones that you like, I know this song. This is one of the ones.
Melody.
Melody.
Yeah, it's called Melody.
That's the name of the song?
That's the name of the song. It was one of the first songs that I wrote. I remember writing it summer of 2017. So at that
Okay.
point, like I'd been writing for like on and off for almost a year.
Right.
But I remember, August 2017, I told myself I'm gonna write like 3-4 songs a week. And that was the third song that I wrote like that first week. I was in church when I
The
wrote
most memorable.
it. Easy.
Gotcha.
Easy.
Gotcha.
I wrote it in 2017. I performed it at least a dozen times.
Okay, so
between
you got
then
it. Yeah.
and when I finally released it in 2022.
So you got music out there.
What?
You got music. It's okay, we getting into it. We getting to the thick of it.
You know?
That's lit though, man. So understanding the music industry, like I know how you're supposed to move as a artist, as a producer, as a manager, as a back end label, whatever. I know how to move.
Yeah.
How did you learn how to release that song? Like, did you do it on disc? Like, how did you do it?
Yeah. I mean, like, this was like further on when I got like some guidance and like, you know, some people like to work with within the Chicago scene.
Chi-Town, shout out to
Yeah, bro. Shoutout talent is
Crazy.
crazy.
You seen that show with the Chi-Town?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool.
So,
Shout
but
out
yeah,
to
but everything was done like independently, like at that point still. But like, you know, I knew like I had to upload like the DistroKid and
Absolutely.
then like I had to press release, you know,
Absolutely.
contact like different, you know,
So
publications.
the steps to that, did you go? What was the steps to that? Like for people who don't understand, artists that are watching the show right now, like when you put a song out, do you remember the process?
There's-
Just so we can. I mean, if you don't, you don't.
like I like know like bits and pieces
Okay,
of it.
okay,
Like
gotcha.
even like
Cause I was about to test you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I
know,
don't
yeah.
want to put you on the spot. You
Right.
know, you know.
Yeah. But I know one of the first things that you have to think about, especially as a songwriter, is publishing and PROs.
Publishing,
Yeah.
yes.
So like even the song melody, like I think I learned about like PROs and everything by like my senior year, which was like 2019. So it's like as I start to perform these songs, I'm like, okay, I need to register these songs through BMI.
You gotta do, yes.
Yeah.
So you got, I'm not to like just give you, for the artists that are listening to the podcast, when you put a song out, now maybe wrong or right, but this is what I understand. When you put a song out, you have to register with, of course, BMI or ASCAP.
Yeah.
You have to also have the Heavy Fox to get the royalties and all that stuff to mechanicals.
Yeah, the mechanical.
And there's one other one, BDS SoundScan.
SoundScan or
SoundScan, I believe that's what it is.
It sounds something.
Sound Exchange, SoundScan.
Yeah.
You get your make sure you get all your money off all platforms. I got certain people that I've grew up learning how to put out music and learning how to manage your music, because you got to know it's a business. You got to know the ins and outs.
Yeah.
So putting that on DistroKid, yes, that's one step, but then you have to make sure that you registering it. So whereas if it get played anywhere else, you're getting that play and you getting that count.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of steps into it, but you gotta make sure you know your business about it.
Yeah. And like eventually it was like junior year was really when like the music stuff, because like that first year in music school I was just like writing and then also adjusting to all the changes.
Yeah.
But junior year is when I started to perform like some of these songs, open mics here and there. And there was one open mic I did for MLK Day at Northwestern. They had this guest
In Chicago? Or out here? Okay,
Chicago.
Gotcha.
And there was this guest artist who came out to do like a spoken word section. His name is Add Two.
Add two?
Add Two.
Add two more.
Yeah, like Add-2.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
That's creative.
Rapper, spoken word artist, mentor. So he's.
Oh, you think you got one? Add two. Add two.
There you go.
I think that's dope.
So he saw me perform and like he was like impressed, and I was impressed by like even his spoken word. So like we got to connect, and fast forward to later that summer, I reached out to him because I was just like looking for like spaces to create more, and he had a studio on the south side of Chicago called Haven Studios that he ran through a nonprofit. So I remember going down there and just chopping it up with him, starting to meet some of the other artists who came in, different like rappers and singers. Not many musicians though, and that was the one thing, because like me coming from like a classical background, playing different instruments, like
you got a whole jump start on a lot of people not knowing what the hell.
Yeah, and it's also like a taste thing too, 'cause, like knowing my style, didn't really mesh with theirs.
Yeah.
So, but I still kept coming because I'm just like, I don't really have anything else going for me.
Got you.
And then eventually, I ran into this one artist. Like I walked in and he was like playing some sort of classical piano on the piano.
Got you.
And I'm just like,
right up my alley.
Right, this is the guy. He ended up being one of like my closest friends. Like we ended up doing a lot of music and shows together, like in the Chicago scene, coming up and all that. His name is Chris Robin. He used to go by Fable.
Okay.
But his artist name now is Chris Robin.
Dope.
Yeah, talented guy.
That's dope.
Yeah, no Fable.
Hey, that's the
I know his
homie.
music.
Yeah.
That's lit.
Yeah,
He hard.
bro can spit, bro.
I gotta take a bar of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. No, that's really dope.
So yeah, just having that go-to, and then building a community kind of like around that core, and a lot of that happened once I finished Northwestern. So I mean, even back in Northwestern, like there was a lot of opportunity for musical growth through the music program, and then through my involvement in acapella again.
Right.
I became a music director for like the Black acapella group for a few years, and then the gospel choir my senior year. So like I really was like
Active as hell.
yeah, active, like
You was active as fuck.
on a high level. Like people saw me as like, oh yeah, he's the one who knows music,
That's dope.
like in the community.
So from you carrying all of that weight, like with your you got a real interesting background.
Yeah.
Like you had a lot of different changes in atmospheres. You got a lot of different environment switches. That's the same thing, but like from music, because where you at now is not what you was doing then. So how did you become what you're doing now? Like just because you right now, what are you doing?
Mainly DJing.
DJing.
Yeah.
Which is like the best thing you could do as an artist, as a producer, as anything, because you understand more of what's going on. It's like you don't just know music; you know how to keep the vibe
Exactly.
and music going. So
Yeah.
how did that transition happen? Because that's a big one for artists,
Right.
because and producers, because it's a whole nother ball game. You have if you drop the ball on the DJ session. I done see DJs get kicked out. I done see DJs get kicked the fuck out. Shout out to the niggas I do know who keep the party going, but how did you make that transition and what was that like? I need a few. How was that right there? 'Cause that's crazy.
Yeah. So I made my way out here to LA August of 2022.
Boom, 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
You fresh meat. I just
Come on, bro. Don't play.
You're fresh
play,
meat, man. You're fresh meat,
Don't
man.
play. But
Yes.
yeah. I got out.
I got
here.
questions about that shit too, because how the fuck did you make that transition from Chicago to LA? Let's get on that first. Like, that's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
It was definitely worse because you were in the suburbs of Chicago.
Right.
Where did you go from Chicago? Like, what part of the LA area did you move to?
South LA.
Ooh. Yeah.
Like USC is 2 blocks up.
USC? Oh,
My
what
street.
neighborhood is that? USC.
Well, I went to Manual, so that was the 40s or using the 30s.
Oh, you was in the
Or Fruitown
hood.
Brands.
You was in the hood.
Yeah.
You in the hood. How was that transition? We not gonna skip shit. We not skipping nothing. How was that transition like from Chicago suburbs? Art, music, energy, vibe. How did you make that transition from there to implanting into Los Angeles?
Yeah. So.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, so. I need to
Because
know.
there are levels like to
You
like
got-
what even.
Bruh, you been through a lot of obstacles, man.
Man,
Oh,
we
shit.
haven't even gotten there yet.
Man, come
We
on.
haven't even gotten
I'm
there
already
yet.
understanding what the fuck going on right now.
Nah, cause we haven't even touched the pandemic yet.
So the pandemic was a pandemic, so we gonna keep it where it was, and where it's.
But
where,
that's a big part
okay.
of like, cause during the pandemic, obviously everything shuts down.
Absolutely.
Musically, I was doing like gig after gig, nothing's going for me.
Got you.
So I'm at home. I'm
So
like,
we gonna talk about it. Go ahead.
yeah, what the fuck do I do like with myself and my music degree? Like, what the fuck?
So you actually graduated and got your degree.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool,
2019.
cool, good, cool,
That's
cool, cool,
2019. Easy.
Easy.
I was gonna be in a Nigerian household and not graduate.
Nah. You was definitely gonna get mom's shoe. For sure. You was gonna get mom's shoe for sure.
Forget about it.
You hear me?
Yeah. So
Nah, shout out to you for finishing for moms and not keeping it where you said your word
right.
and making it make sense.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
So yeah. So I'm just like on my computer exploring different avenues that would just make sense to me. And then my mom, she even sent me like a few courses I could take, and one of them ended up being like a data science course. which like
How in the fuck?
me and numbers is like this.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. You threw me for a loop because you music arts and then
Right, but music is mathematics.
it is yes.
Like
Okay.
there's the art side, but then there's a side, there's a
yeah,
formula
yes,
to it.
yes,
Trust,
yes,
I'm a
right.
professor. Trust me. But
Do your thing, champ.
but yeah, so like that was like something that I kind of caught a groove with, and then ended up enrolling in a boot camp for data analytics. I was just like, okay, maybe this is something I could make like a career of while I'm figuring stuff out. That didn't even go the way that I wanted to go. So
What you mean by that?
I mean, because the boot camp was like 3 months. I completed everything.
Okay.
Excelled in all the projects and all that.
Oh, so it was like a walk in the park,
It
basically.
was a walk in the park, but I couldn't get hired for shit.
That's usually what happens with degrees.
You know,
But,
like
yeah,
they had like the advisor help me with the applications and making the connections.
so they couldn't even get the job.
couldn't get nothing from
Basically,
me. I'm just
they
like,
couldn't
what
even
am I
get the job.
doing? And like, cause within that 3 months, I kind of had to put a hold like on music, obviously,
Right.
to focus. And then with me dropping the ball with like what I went into it for, it
Right,
just
right,
made me
right.
turn back to the music.
Right.
I had to work like odd jobs here, like
Yeah.
serving everything. Make my bread. I'm still at home and all that. But still being at home, like after a while, it's just like, bro, I've hit a ceiling.
Yeah.
Like I can't like keep being here doing the same thing.
Getting hit with mom's shoe and all that.
No, but, like for real, like she like
No, for
she
real.
like breathing down my neck. Like, what you about to do
What's
with
up, bro?
yourself?
You just told me that you was about to go and not do doctoring like I asked you, motherfucker. Now you wanna sit here and talk to me about this other thing you got going on. You
Exactly.
still sitting here?
Right, you still
Pow with the damn shoe. Yeah.
And like she had a point. So I'm just like, okay,
Yeah,
I
not
gotta
for sure.
like I gotta make something move.
Yeah.
Like, so like I look back to like I guess like the data or like the analytics world, and like one thing she kept stressing to me is like, go back to school. Go back to school. I'm like, no, I don't want to go back to school. Like all this, all that.
That nigga was resilient. Goddamn.
I'm stubborn, bro.
That nigga was resilient.
Stubborn, but
What's your sign?
Capricorn.
Capricorn. God damn it, the beginning of the year ain't that what that is? Okay,
Yeah.
come on,
Yeah, my birthday.
Wait. When your birthday?
January 1st.
You know my son's birthday is December 31st?
Oh, for real?
He's a fucking dickhead. Fucking dickhead, bro. He's smart as fuck though.
Mm-hmm.
He read almost better than me almost. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like I give him books that I've been trying to read for a long time. He wiping through them. I'm like, bro, slow down. Like, chill out, my guy.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, y'all resilient as hell.
Yeah. Just like put our mind to something, like we sticking by it.
Yeah, for sure, for
But
sure.
Yeah, but then it gets to a point, it's like, okay, you doing the same thing and you getting like booty results. So switch it up. So like,
What's really going on, my nigga?
right?
What's
So
up, my
it's like,
nigga?
are you gonna go back to school? Okay,
Yeah.
but still make it work for you.
Right.
So start looking at, again, with the background, with the brief stint I did within data, I'm like, okay, business analytics, what programs are out there? There's USC, there's UCLA, there are a couple schools in Chicago. So I started looking at the applications. USC was the only school I actually applied to.
Right.
Like, finished my application, submitted, all that. That was like January. And then March, I got put on the wait list.
Mm.
And then no word April. Beginning of May, still no word. At that point, I'm just like, okay.
She's still down your throat, about to beat you with the shoe.
Nothing.
You about to beat him with the
right,
shoe.
nothing's happening. And at that point, that's when I was actually like, finishing up and working on like my album, like my first like full.
Oh
length
shit,
project.
you was working.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was busy.
It's the shoe. Shout out to the
Busy.
shoe, moms.
Listen, I can't be sitting around doing nothing. You get it?
Shout out to moms for keeping the shoe going. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, because things that own back up. We back
So
up.
look, people may not be, like understand why I'm saying what I'm saying, but it's a blessing to have somebody on your back.
You have to.
Like some people, that just shows that you. Some people take it as an insult and as belittling and all that other good stuff. But to have somebody on your back about you being who you need to be and understand who you need to be is a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to mom in the shoe.
Yeah, she cared. That shoe cared too.
For real, no. All jokes
That's
aside, I'm into the story right now. It's crazy right now.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's like, and I remember like that May 2022 was like the most insane month because like I released the project May 10th. A week later,
You gotta send me the link so I can check it
yeah,
out,
I'll
man.
hit you. Yeah, it's a very like soulful R&B hip hop vibe.
Send it to me. I'm gonna check it out.
Catchy Tunes is the name. Catchy Tunes.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know you had an album. My thing was more so stuck on the business background
Yeah.
and the fact that you're excelling
Right.
in the in DJing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's all business. you
Right,
know? Like
right,
me,
right,
I
yeah.
even treat
That-
it like there's a structure and a way to go about it.
yes,
So yeah, but yeah, album release, very next week. I get off the wait list for USC. They're like, congratulations. I'm like, oh shit. Like,
wait. So you got accepted?
I got accepted.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So like I have like 3 months to take my whole life and move out to LA.
Mm.
It was just like,
Was it a scholarship or was it just a?
no, it was just like a.
So who paid for that?
Government loans, man.
Oh shit. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
That's,
Easy call.
just
Say no
leave it
more.
at that.
Say no more. Say no more.
Cause I was just like, oh, accepted. I'm out of here.
How did your mom feel about that? Like when you got accepted?
Bro, I mean, she cried tears of joy.
Was it a business major or what was the major?
Yeah, business analytics.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Business major.
yeah, master's program.
Sick. Shout out to moms for keeping that shoe in you, bro.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, I remember, cause I remember like I saw the email in my room, and then, like I held it to myself like for a few hours. I was just like, what do I even do with this?
Right,
and then
right,
I eventually
right.
told my mom, and she was like so happy. She's like, just go.
All of that whoopings, all of those sending you back to motherfucking Nigerian. God damn it, you told me you wasn't gonna be a doctor, motherfucker. You about to get it cracking, nigga. You about to get a goddamn yeah. Yeah, you about to get this cracking, nigga.
Yes,
yeah. That's fucking dope. I'm making the joke out of it, but
No, I love it.
I'm really like I love this story, bro. This is crazy. That's dope.
Yeah.
Mom's about to kick your ass.
Bro. So eventually, yeah, work, save up, doing music stuff like that summer, and then it's time. August 11th, like I had both my luggages. I had all that. I had my car shipped, cause.
You had a car too?
Oh yeah, I had a car.
Oh, shout out to moms, bro.
Oh no, that was me.
Oh, okay, no, but moms put the shoe on you to make sure you.
Oh
get what you
yeah,
was supposed to do to get you a car. You gotta
So
get
I had
it
to
your
go
own
in and out of
damn
the
way.
city
Yeah,
and be
don't ever take
moving
no
around.
credit from moms, bro.
Oh no, listen,
Yeah,
moms
kick
get
that
all
ass,
the
mom
credit.
Kick ass.
Right.
Shout out to moms again.
Moms.
That's lit. So you get you pack everything up,
Pack
come to
everything
LA.
up, get to LA, like I land LAX. I seen
Another culture shock.
I mean, I've been to LA a couple times.
Oh, before, okay.
Yeah.
I try to play you a little bit. I don't know.
No, it's all good.
You been the motherfucking Nigerian back. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
you know what I mean?
That's different.
Shit.
So, but yeah, I remember I get into LAX, like on my way to Luggage, like I seen the piano that's in LAX. I'm just like,
They got a piano in
they
LA?
got a piano.
Ah,
in
yeah, I
LAX.
didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So, yeah, I'm just like, naturally, I see piano, I'm playing it.
Playing.
Yeah.
So are you like one of those real classical, you can play the motherfucking piano?
Yeah, I'm
Boom, boom, bam, boom, bam.
like, I'm really good with like chord progressions and changes and all that.
Because I've seen like TikToks where the dude is sitting anywhere and play certain songs.
Right.
People start singing. He'll really get into the shit.
Yeah.
Can you get to the shit?
I'm not like too virtuoso like that. Like I don't be doing a lot of this.
I'm being animatic right now, but
Yeah.
to get to the shit, can you play?
I can play.
Okay, cool.
But like my style of playing is like I won't do like melodies or solos. Like
Yeah.
but I can play like
You can
I can
play.
play the chords like to a song.
You
and
play
make
like
it very-
Beethoven and stuff like that?
I could do that.
I learned Beethoven. Like actually in my pop's house, we had a baby grand
Mm.
in the living room. We still do to this day.
Yeah.
And Corona,
Oh wow.
a baby grand.
That's what's up.
Crazy. My little brother used to practice on that baby grand all the time, and it's still sitting there.
Dang.
So to play, you gotta hear what you're doing.
Exactly.
You gotta know what
yeah.
you're doing.
You gotta know.
It's serious.
Mm-hmm.
But most people y'all wouldn't know that. C4 had a baby grand in the living room.
You know, we both gotta know something about each other.
Bro, I got culture shocks for me too, but you know what I'm saying? We ain't getting into that right now. We talking about you, your business major and all that.
You know? Yeah, but yeah, this is when it's just like, okay, I'm adjusting to LA. Of course, United loses my luggage. Not just my luggage. This is a luggage with all my clothes, all my entire wardrobe.
Oh, you did a Joe's apartment. Yeah. Well, you didn't get robbed. Joe's, you ever see Joe's apartment?
I don't think
Oh my God.
Yeah, put me on.
Hey, no, I'm telling you right now, Joe's apartment, you gotta watch it because his family, he went to New York and they robbed him. They took all. You gotta watch it. It's funny, but yeah, no. You lost your luggage. Let's keep it on track.
Yeah, just like lost my luggage.
Okay.
So I had to take everything that I did have.
Did you figure? Did they find it out and
No,
did they get it back to you?
No, they eventually paid me out.
Wait, so you didn't get your shit back?
No, never.
What was in it? What was in it?
All my clothes and all my shoes.
Damn.
And I had 3 days until orientation for school.
Bro, you went through some obstacles, goddamn.
Listen, man.
You got a story, my boy.
Yeah.
You lost your luggage.
I lost my luggage. upon
So
landing.
what did you do? Like, how long did it take for them to pay you off? You know, they be bullshit.
Bro, it took them till like December.
So when did you land in LA?
I landed in August, mid-August.
September, October, November. 4 months?
Bro. The way I had to keep calling them like every week, emailing, calls, emails, calls, emails. I'm like, listen, you ain't got my luggage, so where's my money?
4 months, bro? What did you
Bro.
do?
I mean, like, I had like some bread saved up, and you know, like the reimbursement from loans like came in, so it's like, okay, it's time to go shopping. Like,
How much they pay you? Not to be a business, but
like a few grand, like $5,000. So.
oh, okay. Did it cover?
Yeah, I mean that's how I valued everything. Like I gave them a list. It was this item cost this much.
Got you.
So they had
Yeah,
no
I had
choice.
some red bottoms. I had some Gucci shoes. I had some motherfucking Louis Vuittons. I had with the Wooties. I had the, you know what I'm saying?
You know, it's like-
that jumpsuit is a limited edition.
Like,
Goddamn.
bro, like suede.
What is this? Velvet? Yes, motherfucker.
Yes, motherfucker.
Pay me. Okay, yeah. All right,
so-
cool. You know what I'm saying? But you made sure you kept your motherfucking bank accounts on point. So you wasn't left on stuck because you had your financials together when it came to like how you moved and saved.
Yeah. I mean,
Shout out to moms for the shoe. Once
the
again.
shoes. Shout
Once
out to the shoes.
again.
The shoes are the star of the show.
Yeah, start a show. Because without that guidance, bruh, it's a lot of people out here that just living check by check. So for to have a savings to be able to cover certain stuff is a blessing. Once again, shout out to moms for the show.
Yeah.
Moms kicked your ass a lot. You was a good kid, but I heard. But you know, you said you was a good kid, but you got a lot of whoopings too, huh?
Enough.
All right, cool. You wasn't a good kid. You wasn't a good kid. You was alright.
I was good enough.
Bro, if you got whoopings, bro, you was alright.
But you know, like Nigerian parents.
Listen, my mom's from Mississippi. All right, my whoopings stopped when I said they stopped. but they still kept going. Shout out to Miles, though. I love you.
Yeah.
For real. So you get let's not get off the story. So you got to LA.
LA.
Culture shock. You survived the storm with the clothing and the stuff you needed and with your savings. You got your bag. What was you went to school for business analytics?
Analytics.
Boom. The question I want to ask now is, and I probably already got the answer to this. Did you finish? Did you graduate?
This May.
This May.
This May.
Shout out to you for that. This May. Shout out. You got a degree?
Yeah, got a degree, master's.
Shout out to you, Masters in Business Analytics.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Now what are you doing?
Now,
Are you using your degree?
I had used it.
He just stuttered. Moms, where you at?
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Mom, anyway, it's
okay.
okay.
Wait,
It's
wait,
okay.
wait, wait,
Mom's
wait,
okay.
Wait.
No, because this is
This is what we came here to talk about.
okay. Where mom's at? Mom, you gotta bring mom next time. We need the shoes. We gonna put a trophy. We gonna put a shoe trophy. So, Jesus. I digress. Go on, let's go.
So I've been looking for opportunities like within analytics or product. Like I want to spend a few years in entertainment tech or music tech.
Got you.
You know, the way the market's been looking, you know, hasn't been like
It's shifting daily.
yeah.
Shifting daily. So when I started with music, we were at the internet wasn't even a factor. We was at Napster. We was doing Napster. So, but we was still at CDs. You had to go and buy your CDs, get them burnt, get your artwork, print them up, just like DJ Drama and all. You had a mixtape and album, hand in hand. So, did I show my age with that? But anyway, yeah. Now, the way the industry has shifted, it's like you have to understand, and shout out to my boy from the Bay. And I know y'all know who I'm about to say, but it's on the tip of my tongue. Lil Russell. Shout out to Lil Russell. He's changing the way the industry is moving and looking.
Yeah.
Tory Lanez too. Shout out to Tory Lanez. A lot of people don't understand how the music industry shifts every day, but it's like now it's more so you're a boss in it. You have to be your own
Yeah.
boss. You have to, it's a business.
Right.
Whatever you do, however you move, the way you do things, your content is your content. So shout out to them for doing that. So you being a business analytics graduate, master, what do you see the industry going in the next 2 to 5 years? And that's like a broad shot in the dark.
Yeah.
'Cause it can go anywhere.
Yeah, it really can go anywhere. I mean, one thing that I always think about is kind of like the integration of AI into society. And I know with music, it gets real touchy.
Not only does it get touchy, there's an AI to help you with your bars now.
Bars is probably weak, but
No, the bars is boring.
oh man,
I was like, oh, what the? Where was that at when I needed you? Because I started rapping at first. That was my first little thing.
Yeah.
But Jesus, the bars is boring.
Dang.
So AI is going crazy right now, and it's kind of like messed up because we moving into the future, to where it's like when we were younger and we started seeing stuff on TV, to where they had like the phones with the FaceTime on it and stuff like that. Now we're actually seeing all of that.
Yeah.
The music industry is shifting to a whole nother galaxy with AI. AI is helping so many households. It's helping so many people get money at this point. It's crazy. That's why I actually like, where do you see the music industry in the next 2 to 5 years? Because it's crazy right now. Like, what is your outlook on it?
I mean, my outlook is just like, I feel like everything's just gonna become like more granular than ever. Like I feel like the labels are still gonna be there, but they're gonna be like
Smaller, baby,
you know,
chiquitita, way,
you know,
baby.
like you can have artists like literally each and every artist just gonna be like having their own
movement,
own business.
I've seen this years ago, like when it came to MySpace. I think I seen this in the MySpace days. To where you had your own group of people.
Yeah.
That's when I started seeing it. It's all in your own backyard. That's why anybody that I came across and I managed and I recorded, I was like, bro, if your people don't know who the fuck you are, you're not gonna know people outside of the people that don't know who the fuck you are.
Right.
You gotta create your backyard.
Exactly.
And then grow from your backyard. So now that's what it is. If people don't know you in your backyard, your own stomping grounds, they can't spread it to the other people. So it's like you got to know what the fuck you got going on.
Yeah, I think I read an article saying something like the localization. I think that's a term that
you got to take over. You got to take over hometown first. It's like you home. You know that homecoming. Mm-hmm. People go hard on the football games and homecoming. Yeah, that's the only time they went hard because they knew that the people that they grew up with was the ones that was going to see them succeed and beat that team, whatever they thought in that homecoming game. Yeah, that's where it's at right now.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of like the way that the market is being segmented. Mm-hmm. It's like you have to serve that local market because everything's connected now, you know, and then every market has like its own access to where like you could be like that star like within the world that you build, you know. That's
why networking is important, cross-contamination. I call it cross-contamination because just like you have a following on your platform. Yeah. Open Bar Podcast has a following on their platform and our platform. It's like we're crossing it. Mm-hmm. It's cross-contamination.
I feel like there's another word for it.
I call it cross-contamination.
I mean, contamination could be like...
Yeah. No, it's not. It's contamination.
Cross-pollination.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take that one. I'm going to change my verbiage. But I mean, I only say cross-contamination because everything is a spread. Right. Everything is pollination is like you pollinate something that grows and it gets where contamination is like some people get obsessed with certain stuff. So it's like I can come across like shout out to Enchanting, rest in peace. She came across my visions from somebody else and I took a liking to her music. Yeah. She's contaminated me because of her vibe, her energy, and certain things like that. Like she's really like dope as hell. So just like you're on this platform, some people be like, "Oh man, C4 funny." Ooh. They taking a liking to me, so it's a contamination. Yeah, it's like not a COVID spread, right? But you get what I'm saying? No, yeah. It's like a pollination. Same thing. Pollination is a form of contamination. Just like impregnation and all that. We ain't gonna get too deep in that shit. We ain't gonna do that. Nope. So now you're a DJ. Yeah. You dominated the business sector. You graduated. What made you get into DJing?
So a lot of me settling into LA.
You see who run the city.
Not even that.
You see he ran the city.
Not even
the DJs run the city on this motherfucker.
I mean, yes. Mm-hmm. But really, I was just going out to meet people. Mm-hmm. To meet people like who I could like build community and like build a tribe with. Right. Type shit. Because I knew one thing about being at USC. I wasn't gonna get caught in the bubble. Because that's what I did at Northwestern. And when I realized it at Northwestern, it was like already like kind of too late to like explore during that time.
He was like, I'm here now, can't do nothing else.
Right. So like I'm at USC, I'm like, okay, I'm here at USC, but I'm in LA. what's happening in the city.
Right.
So I go out a lot. Like I go to different networking events, a lot of parties. Like
That's the best way to do it.
Right, and I obviously gravitated towards the music selectors. The DJs.
No, they are the butter to the bread.
Mm-hmm.
Like me knowing how the industry is and how to work it, and knowing how LA works, the club scenes. I used to be a promoter. I used to my background and I have a record label and have an artist and knowing how to move and promote and get where I need to go. The DJs is the most important part of our culture.
Yeah.
Not, quiet is kept, like the DJs and, you know what I'm saying? The DJs. It's the DJs.
Right.
Not the VJs. The DJs. Like, not the people, like hosts and podcasts and stuff like that. It's the DJs. Like, you gotta know who the fuck is playing the music, who's throwing the parties. You gotta know who's got the city going to these events.
Yeah.
And hear these songs. Because everywhere you go, even in Houston, you're going to hear Not Like Us. The DJs is playing that. Without the DJs playing that, then you won't hear it.
Right.
And then, of course, social media going to play it. But they're playing it because the DJs is playing it in the club.
Right.
So the DJs is back at it. It's the DJ. So shout out to you for even making that transition. It's a smart move, for sure. Knowing that you have the business analytics, you understand how to contaminate numbers and business moves and stuff like that. So I think the DJ move with the music industry is probably like the best move, especially if you got the musical background as far as producing and songwriting. It's like you just did a whole little spaghetti little come here,
right?
What we doing,
right.
Type shit. So that's a big move for you being your background. So most DJs don't have that. So you go low key got an upper hand.
I do.
And that's me understanding what's going on.
And that's why I'm the Prfssr.
Okay. Shout out to the Prfssr, goddamn. Shout out to moms, man. For real. Moms put you through what you need to go through, bro. For real. You have any kids? Me having a son and understanding like what she did for you to understand, like, the trials and the obstacles, like, bro, she did her one too.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to that. We need to put a trophy with the shoe and give it to mom. For real. So, how long have you been a DJ at this point?
Yeah, I started to learn officially last year, March. Shout out DJ Major League, the GOAT.
DJ Major League.
Yeah, he's the one who took me under his wing and taught me. I learned quick, but he's
yeah, because you fucking genius at this point.
Right.
Shout out to moms in the shoe.
Okay. For real though. So yeah, it was spring break when I went up to his house and did a quick 2-hour session. Got the hang of it. Just stayed in the lab for a few weeks. And then my friends did a game night early April. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do a soft launch, this DJing thing. Bring my controller, my speakers, just play a few joints. And that went real smooth. And then the very next week, again, my boy Major League, who runs Wahala Crew, is collective of DJs.
Got you.
Mainly
Wahala Crew?
Wahala Crew.
Shout out to Wahala Crew.
Shout out Wahala.
Shout out
Crew.
Wahala. Whoa. Say that.
Wahala.
That's Hawaiian, Loki?
No.
What is that?
It's a Nigerian, say.
That's Nigerian?
Yeah, it's kind of pidgin.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
it sound island type.
Right. Yeah. No, but Wahala is kind of a term for problems or chaos or
shit. So you're okay, got you.
Ruffling feathers. I know I want Wahala. I don't want problem.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I done fucked up the damn shit again. But okay, it is what it is,
So, he had started doing this after hours downtown at Vuka Lounge a few years prior before I even got here. So he was gonna be out of town, and then I asked him, "Yo, can I open up like the after hours like DJing. He's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. So yeah, I go
check
from
you out, man.
yeah, man, come through. So, but yeah, I go from like just like a chill game night to a 2 a.m. gig, like within a week. But I took it. I took it in stride. You know, I didn't know get that packed that early. That
LA is hard to you can't gauge LA.
You just can't, bro.
You
Like,
gonna get the early crew, you get the late crew, you got the midtown, you got the midtime crew, you gonna get the It depends on what it is. You gotta know what you're dealing with though.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
the key.
I mean, at that point, I've been helping him out with like promotion and running around events and all that for a few months. But yeah, I knew like 2 a.m. like to like 2:45 because I had like a 45-minute slot. By like 2:15, 2:20, like the room's packed.
Yeah,
I'm like looking down because like I hadn't used the control before, just trying to make sure I hit my transitions and everything.
You look up like, what the fuck? Nigga, what the fuck going
Bro.
on? Where you motherfuckers coming from?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, LA is yeah. you gonna see somebody pop out and show niggas. They gonna pop out and show you. Real, like 1, 2. Hey, I know, and the women make it worse because they be getting dressed super late. So yeah, shout out to the women though. I'm not personally. So I got a business question before we get to what we need to get to.
Yeah.
In the last, we say 15 months.
15 months, yeah.
What is the most you've made DJing? On a gig. We're gonna just do one gig. For people for the children who want to become DJs. Let's give them a little motivation. But keep the numbers real.
I'm trying to think right now. I wanna say
You know your biggest gig.
is it 750?
I done got to
750 or 800?
In one night?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a week's worth of pay.
Private gigs, bro.
That's a week's worth of pay.
Private gigs, like those are the ones you want.
Yeah.
Because you get anywhere from like 4 to 6 hours, and then you charge an hourly rate. Like, yeah, it's easy.
That's lit, man. So for everybody who wants to become a DJ, who's looking into the business of being a DJ, that's what you have to look forward to. Make sure you know your business though.
Oh yeah.
What kind of advice would you give to somebody who's, because you're into this profession now, not saying that you're gonna be in it later on, what kind of advice would you give to somebody who wants to become a DJ in your profession?
Business wise, have all your documents ready.
Documents, meaning contract?
Contract, invoice, rider.
Writer. What do you mean by writer?
A rider is like a list of like requirements that you need, like, for that night. So like, you have the hospitality side. It's like,
You can't
okay,
cancel on me. You can't do this. You
well
can't do that.
well that's more within like the contract.
Okay, gotcha.
But like the rider, like hospitality wise, oh, I'm gonna need this many like drinks. I'm gonna need this food. Like that's
I got this many people coming.
Yeah, to accommodate like for you and
Accommodations and
your team,
stuff.
right?
Gotcha,
And then technical rider, like it varies depending on the type of gig. Like if it's a club gig, then you're just gonna be like, okay, I use like this kind of controller, etc. A private gig, you're usually gonna have your own equipment. That's another thing too.
Have your own shit.
Invest in your own equipment, and then only invest in the quality one. QSC.
So QSC.
QSC.
Get your contracts together.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? Be on time. I'm gonna say be on time.
on time. Bro,
I was a
that's
club
life-
promoter. Like,
Oh,
bro,
goodness.
man, my DJ used to come late. I'm like, bro, what the fuck
can't
you doing,
come,
champ?
bro. You can't come.
What you doing?
No, you can't come late.
For what?
That's ridiculous. Know your music.
Know your music. Of course, you got. If you're a DJ, if you ain't rocking the show, you going home.
Bro, some of these
We
DJs,
shutting this shit down. You gotta go.
I wish they did that more.
I do
in the
that.
circle.
We did it. We done did it. Yeah.
We-
I was a
we need-
promoter. I was a promoter because this. I'm making a long story short.
Yeah.
With the label, I knew that my artists needed promotion. So I started doing club promotion so I can get my artists into the clubs to promote their music. And then I got into the club promotion. And I had DJs. And then from the DJs, I was like, well, we have to pay a certain amount for the DJ. So if the club is not going and making money, we're going to shut this shit down.
Right.
We did that like 3 times probably on a whole span of what we was doing.
Yeah.
And we made money, for sure. That's dope, man. So went from business major to DJing, and right now that's your business.
DJing is my business, yeah.
Shout out to you for that, man. For people who would love to book you, and I'm gonna keep it real simple, just your camera. Where can they find you at?
You can find me on all social platforms, Instagram mainly at THAPRFSSR. That's the Prfssr. You can reach out to me via DM. We'll move the conversation to email, which is theprfssr@gmail.com. And then we could talk about whatever information you need for the gig. And yeah, class will be in session.
That's lit, man.
Yeah.
That's a good tagline.
Class isn't, bro. Man. You hear
got
my
the whole
drops?
goddamn-
Shit's so sweet. Shout out Meg back in Chicago. She did the drops.
That's
songs
dope.
by the Prfssr class in session.
That's
And
dope.
If we could edit it even into this, like.
Nah, yeah. Just send it to me.
Oh yeah. I'll shoot it.
There's a lot of shit to go. Nah, but before we go, man, we're gonna have to give a shout out to our sponsor for tonight, Dore Vodka, of course, and then we have Centino Sparkling Water, and shout out to this Prfssr, man.
Cheers.
Yeah. And we're gonna end it like that, man.
There you go.
Conversation never on a